Greetings, Rainbow Warriors of the Ascension Rising, activating the cosmic conscious protocols of the New Earth. Happy New Earth Day, Pachamama Day, New Moon in Taurus, and 444 Activation Portal. Another very powerful day in this great awakening that we are manifesting through our heart center. A lot of intense energies coming into the field today, this collective field, as we anchoring in these higher codes through our sacred vessel, as we are resonating like tuning forks with source energy, divine creator, activating the 12-strand crystalline DNA. It was also reported that the comet Atlas has crossed Earth's orbit, and Atlas is synchronistic with one of the titans of the Greek pantheon, one of the Greek gods, which is also connected with Atlantis. So this is the Atlantean energy, which the abode was the western edge of Gaia, the earth, which is connected with the Buddhist Pure Land of the west of Amitabha Buddha, and with this 0 point energy connecting us with millions around the world, celebrating this 50th anniversary of Earth Day, which we'll speak of more here in a little bit. With this time of the stillness, the shutting down of the world, before the rising up of the new energies, we celebrate this day in the glory of the divine feminine, balancing out the energies of the fire with the sacred water, the holy fire, come together in the middle to create the sacred steam, the mist, as the mists part, as the clouds part, to reveal the glorious sun in the eternal heavens. And Atlas was also known as the titan that holds up the celestial heavens for eternity. This is connected to the eternal light and the eternal life of the unborn mind of Buddha, which is your true self, being realized and rebirthed, fully conscious upon this new Eden manifestation. Today's first transmission from Divine Sister Judith Kusel. Immense upgrades are streaming in. Change is inevitable on all fronts. This is the time of opening, a time where the old structures, the old forms, the old way of life is disintegrating. It means new life, a new way of living in the highest sense. At the moment, we still need to learn to navigate life in the 3D while already having stepped into the 5D. It will only be stressful if you allow yourself to be pulled back into the 3D and buy into the Maya and thus get drawn back into the quagmire. At this time, it does not matter what others are doing or not doing. What matters is what you are doing. What matters is how prepared you are to keep on doing the inner work and to not allow yourself to be pulled back into the 3D. This does not mean disassociating with life, but rather to associate with it by firmly being anchored into the Mother Earth and serving as best as you can. For in truth, the dimensional shifts need to happen within you, and whatever shifts within you then shifts outside of you. The portal lies within your own heart and its energies. The beauty of this time is that we can create a totally new life and new existence. That means that we now have the opportunity to manifest a new life into form and being, and to truly have a vision of how and in what form we wish to live and become and grow in the 5D. The truth is that no matter what circumstances you find yourself in, you can choose to use it for the highest good, or feel sorry for yourself and allow yourself to sink. The choice is yours and yours alone. When my whole life crumbled and disintegrated at the core in 2004, and feeling very sorry for myself, my best friend said to me, "You can stay there lying in the dust, feeling sorry for yourself, or you can get up, dust yourself down, and get on with the business of life." That woke me up. I got up and started to get my act together, and now I'm living a totally new life, and indeed a greater life than I could have even imagined then. I am now grateful that all of that happened, for it was the biggest wake-up call of my entire life. Sometimes it is best to keep the goal in mind and then simply put one foot in front of the other to keep the momentum going, and having faith that the path will become clearer the higher you climb. Such is the gift of this time. Embrace it. JudithCusel.com. And from Ramona Lappin, how to shift to the highest organic ascension timelines, realities. We do this by visualizing, feeling, sensing in as much detail as possible the realities we wish to experience, live in, personally and collectively. This is how we manifest this. Do it as often as possible throughout the day. Feel these realities deeply with all your senses when in meditation or while going about your day, and overwrite the current reality this way. Again, as much detail as possible. How does the grass feel, look like, smell, etc.? How does the air smell, feel like, look like? Do this with your home, family, friends, work, community, the world. See yourself walking in a new reality that we have already created and already exist in a parallel timeline. See everyone happy, at peace and joy, living in equality, in perfect health, in abundance and prosperity. A collective joined in unity, everyone respecting one another, and everyone living in freedom with all their needs provided for, living in reverence for all life, and in alignment with the law of one. Time exists simultaneously, so we tune into these realities knowing they already exist. Feel into this with much gratitude, as if it has already manifested. See everything and everyone in your reality as perfect, or at least be as neutral as much and often as possible, as even difficult experiences all carry their blessings that our ego may judge as good or bad. Ultimately, everything just is and is serving a divine purpose. Then we shift to the realities we wish to experience and prefer. Feel what you need to feel. Let it arise, any anger, frustration, fear, etc., whatever it is, let it purge without judgment of self and others, and without causing harm to another being. Then transmute it and let it go, and keep coming back to neutrality, balance, and inner peace. Keep relaxing every part of your body, go into nature, meditate, be creative, do what brings you joy. See through the illusions that the old matrix holds, and keep overwriting them. Being in a state of pure, divine love, clears, neutralizes, and overwrites all lower frequencies, experiences, and realities. In gratitude for your willingness to be of service to yourself and all life, infinite love, miracles, and blessings. Today from Elizabeth Peru, the new moon and humanity's reset. Have you noticed that your energy has been high over the past 24 hours? The sun and earth are now directly opposite the moon. As the moon appears dark in our skies, this is your lunar reset. As Earth takes a deep breath in, are you feeling it? The Lyrids meteor shower is also in full effect as shooting stars light up the canopy of space all around us. Beloved one, you are a child of the stars. Look up, look within, and remember who you are and why you're here. ElizabethPeru.com. And from Tanya Gabrielle, Taurus New Moon, April 2020, Liberation Celebration. On April 22 in the Americas and April 23 Universal Time, a transformational new moon in Taurus blesses us with excitement and creativity. A gorgeous numerology code awakens abundance, alchemy, and healing. Taurus governs financial flow, values, self-worth, sensual pleasure, and peace. Sun and Moon are conjunct Uranus. Sun and Moon are square Saturn. Jupiter conjuncts Pluto. Venus creates a fortunate connection to Mars. We have been given the tools to liberate ourselves from destructive energy. Uranus in the second sign of Taurus conjunct the new moon guarantees a powerful awakening of co-liberation. Liberation that is unified. Liberation that we as a collective are in agreement with. We are neutralizing top-down programming. We are making exciting choices to not partake in any energy that is bringing us down. This is a powerful new moon, of new beginnings. Love and blessings, Tanya Gabrielle from TanyaGabrielle.com. And from Astro Mama, new moon in Taurus, awakenings around values, owning your worth, invention in the moment. On April 22nd, 23rd, the moon, which rules our emotions, intuition, and gut instinct, becomes new at 4 degrees of Taurus. New moons herald fresh beginnings, starts, and a new dawn. The days leading up to the new moon can feel intense and uncertain, with no light plus guidance from La Luna. Taurus, the second zodiac sign, deals with resources, self-worth, values, practicality in the body. The new moon in Taurus is here to cultivate grounded, fresh beginnings around what we hold near and dear in our lives. This could be around our finances, sense of stability, and our own inner power. The moon loves to be in Taurus as it's exalted in the sign of the bull. Planets in exaltation are strong and give positive and directed energies to the planet. We are all craving something solid and secure with this new moon. In our current world with lots of unknowns and uncertainty, La Luna in the practical sign of Taurus wants to give us the sense of comfort and ease. Mother Nature, though, has something to teach us about herself and each other. While there certainly will be moments of solace and peace with this new moon, there is deeper lessons at play. True stability is created in the moment, despite outer circumstances, not due to them. This new moon is here to awaken our inner guide of calm and direction. The main aspect to the new moon in Taurus will be a conjunction with Uranus, the planet of surprises, shocks, and innovations, who is also in the sign of the bull. Uranus conjunct the new moon will add a dash of excitement, instability, and originality to our lives. Values and beliefs that once held such importance to us could suddenly be replaced or vanish altogether. Upheavals and reversals around our stability and security could also be in the works. The gift of Uranus is not to shake us up for just the hell of it. Uranus wants to create enlightenment and awakenings. The lessons of Uranus meeting up with the new moon in Taurus will be our ability to be inventive and innovative around the relationship we have to money and our sense of worth and security. We so desperately want a guidebook on how it will all work out. The universe doesn't work along the lines of a guidebook, however. This aspect of Uranus and the new moon in Taurus is a calling that all the love and stability is not outside of you, it is inside. Once you can own that and believe it, the outer reality will match even under the most bizarre and funky circumstances in life. The new moon in Taurus is here to awaken and readjust your values and sense of security. In a world of unprecedented chaos, La Luna wants to offer you a fresh perspective on comfort and peace of mind. What if you didn't rely on outer circumstances to give you peace and stability? There is a chance with this lunar cycle to dig deep and reclaim what true security is to you and what really matters most in your life. This is something that the government, a bank account, or a title cannot give you. This is declared from your inner stand and recognition of your soul and heart. This is true security and peace, created from an inner knowing and calling, not a system or an established structure. The new moon in Taurus asks you to stay grounded, yet open to listening to Mother Nature's song of wisdom and guidance. She is here to bring awakenings of inner strength and fortitude, detachment from previous values plus beliefs, and the ability to calm the mind and spirit with grace and patience. And from Nyingma Master of the Tibetan Buddhism, Ma Chig Labdron. When you look at mind, there is nothing to be seen, and in this not seeing, you see the essence of the mind. Aho. And from Here in the Moon Astrology, Woden's Day, April 22, 2020. You, wherever you are in this journey, it's going to be okay. Kristen Diversi. A heads up. During the last 2 days, our physicality and nervous systems have been fritzed by huge bursts of magnetic radiation from the G1 solar flare, just as the Earth's heartbeat, the Schumann resonance spiked, adding to the intensity. The seismic window of the approaching new moon is wide open, activating the Pleiadian Taurian gateway as we are overshadowed by the great eliminator Pluto, slowing at maximum impact to turn retrograde on April 25th. The sensations of lower timeline drop-off and disentanglement are consistent. Frame this cellular overwhelm as layer upon layer of realities merging and overriding the 3D distortions with living light. The message is to rest, hydrate, and ground to allow the DNA to shift the physical. The Taurus new moon is plugged into the enormous light of the 7 hotly burning blue-white stars of the Pleiades. The great central sun, acting as a channel or gateway to the source of this tremendous spiritual center. It illuminates by splitting you open with light. The Buddha sign of earthly Taurus symbolizes the world third eye in the pineal gland, the ancestral master cell of untapped DNA. Under the creative plan, Aries, Taurus, and Capricorn, now all being activated by Chiron, Uranus, and Jupiter-Pluto, are the great transformers and act as catalysts. Taurus, representing the soul, opens the door into the transpersonal, the world behind the world. This Plutonic new moon is a tremendous conduit for bringing down and through into practical manifestation the enormous power for personal evolution of Jupiter, Pluto, south node of fate, in the earth sign of Capricorn. The sun moon are conjunct Awakener Uranus at 3 degrees Taurus and square Lord of Time and Karma Saturn in futurist Aquarius, delivering sudden insights and a view of the big picture, along with a dawning realization that you have the agency to leverage this power instead of being swept along by it. As I predicted, this is the seeding of the 2020 to 30 reset for seeker to creator, and from obsessive ego-focused self-help to collective eco-focus created for the collective. All is well, just allow the overriding. In May, one 18-year cycle ends and another begins as the node of fate changes signs, delivering a new personal and collective mission until 2022. From here in the moon astrology.co.uk, and today from Meg Benedict, 444 Gateway Finale on Earth Day. Today is the final peak moment of the 444 Gateway, 4/22/2020, as we receive incoming angelic blessings and powerful photonic light from Sunday, Mondays, CME, solar flares. 5D ascending souls are moving through an extraordinary upgrade into crystallization. Also, growing numbers of light beings are anchoring divine crystallized light into Earth's etheric grid overlays. The increasing solar light from the great central sun is raising Gaia's frequencies just in time for today's Earth Day celebration. Everything is shifting and changing at a rapid rate now. What seems sane or normal once ago is now experienced as repellent, intolerable, and insane to an increasing number of citizens. This is a growing swell of conscious beings demanding a different world reality to begin. As you navigate between the old, dying regime into a newly birthed 5D ascension paradigm, you may feel like you need a roadmap to guide you. There has never been this level of ascension occurring on Gaia before. We are entering new territory here. The wayshowers are here to ascend their entire being, including the dense body of matter, into light. Your roadmap for ascension resides within your soul blueprint, embedded in your morphic fields and dormant junk DNA. While your mind breaks free of the controlling matrix simulation, you start to listen and follow your intuition and sensory empath system. You cannot trust the mind while the artificial programming is still looping in it like malware. This is a cautionary note to all newly awakened souls plugging into the virtual realities of conspiracy theories. Many are PSYOP programs designed to entrap the newly awakened. Be very discerning. With high-functioning awareness, you begin to extricate from the 4D astral plane where the battle is going on. We are currently witnessing the breakdown of society as we knew it. The dismantling of the corrupt, patriarchal, authoritarian regime is being revealed. After centuries of mind manipulation and corrupt hybrid engineering, humanity is slowly awakening from the dark ages. Ascension requires active rehabilitation of the fractured mind, like merging together puzzle pieces of mental cognition. The simulation effectively severed neural transmissions between the left and right brain, and higher mind to lower mind. One hand did not know what the other hand was doing. We were splintered into opposing aspects of self. The goal is to heal, mend, and reunite all aspects into one whole, complete being. There are still many who have not awakened yet, operating within the debilitating astral bubble of illusion. We are currently witnessing signs of collective insanity, the result of rampant mind control. The cure is connection. We need to connect to our fragmented self, to our soul essence, to our higher self, to our ego shadow, and to our wounded psyche. All aspects need love, acceptance, compassion, and integration. All can be nurtured and regenerated back to health and well-being. It requires dedication to your ascension journey. When you witness others in mental dis-ease, disconnection, and abhorrent behavior, remember they are still deeply wounded and controlled by the matrix simulation. It is impossible to reason with them or expect anything other than insanity. Those who are dangerous in leadership positions will need to be removed. As the growing majority break free of mind control and become conscious, the global collective will shift into compassion, love, and harmony. This is rising on the horizon. Persevere. When we gather in mass meditation, we form a united group mind of intent and purpose. This is the power of a conscious mind. In our next global gathering, we will focus on healing and integrating the 444 gateway upgrades and massive awakening in process. These activities include both a personal healing treatment as well as fulfilling our mission to assist Gaia in planetary activations. We are the light bearers, the grid workers, and earth angels. Join other star beings from around the world as we gather on Saturday, April 25th for our global activation. And you can join Meg Benedict on newearthcentral.com. Today from the Zolkin Times, Kin 24, Yellow, Spectral Seed. The number 11 is called Spectral, and its keywords are dissolve, liberation, and release. The 11th day is all about letting go, releasing whatever holds you back so you may feel liberated. What needs dissolving in your life? Has a certain situation passed its sell-by date? To progress through this wave spell, you must lighten your load. Imagine you have been traveling upward on a mountain path, and now you must reduce the things you've been carrying in your backpack. Be ruthless and practical. You will feel lighter. Today is Yellow Seed. Keywords associated with it are awareness, targeting, and flowering. We all have wisdom and knowledge to share, and Yellow Seed days are great for doing just that. If you were born on a Yellow Seed day, you are always striving to get your message across, and today you are in your element. As today is a spectral day, this makes for an interesting combination. The information you share today will have a liberating effect on you or the person you are imparting that information to. So if you want to feel lighter and make your journey easier, share vital information or accept knowledge that will enable you to release. Today's guide is also Yellow Seed, and so it is a double helping of awareness. Today from Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Spectral Seed, Kin 24, 22 April 2020, Liberating Awareness, 22/4/2020, 22/4/22 equal 444, equal 12, equal 3, 444, Angelic Master Builder Portal, 22, Architect of Peace, Master Builder, 20, The Awakening, 4, Form, Structure, Foundation, Earth, Angelic, 3, Holy Trinity, Joy, Creativity, Kin 24 equals 6, Christ Consciousness, Heaven, Harmony. Today is the third in the Trinity of the 444, Master Builder portals in April 4th, 13th, and 22nd, And so today we complete the final construction of our new, liberated foundation of light, a beautiful code to transform any blocks impeding your divine mission and build the foundation for peace on New Earth. Day 11 of the White Wizard wave spell, using the wizard's magic through his heart to cast his magic dream spell. Today we are being released from the dark magic spell casting that had humanity enslaved and created a prison planet. The White Wizard with the spectral tone is liberating our white magic within our hearts to release all blocks, allowing your personal destiny to unfold at your highest potential. On a planetary level, we are liberating our highest bliss timeline and anchoring it in the concrete solid foundation we have constructed. Tone of creation, Spectral, is the 11th tone of creation. Tone 11 symbolizes a gateway, creating a portal that's amplifying the portal code of the 444 gateway. The spectral tone is providing an exit door for us today, inviting you to walk through it. Leaving all your baggage behind, the spectral tone operates in the emotional realm, and its actions are that of dissolving, releasing, and liberating. This is a beautiful and caring gift from Spirit today, as the spectral actions are much more gentle, working in unison with the focused energy of Khan and gentle nurturance of Kaban. This creates a more subtle yet very transformative power. All this coupled with the 444 divine portal makes for a whole panorama of releasing, dissolving, and cleansing old debris in order to liberate New Earth and your new life. Anything that stood in your way of expressing your spirit magic through your divine mission will be obliterated. Today we release into the world our highest hopes for our collective future. It is time to seed the new time as the co-creative potentials for growing awareness and seeding the new Earth paradigm permanently. All over the planet, people have been setting their roots into the new timeline, demanding change, a new world, a new paradigm, and a new way of living. Today we feel the liberation of this energy as it takes hold in the collective consciousness. The brilliant, flowering star blossoms gather as one tribe in our unwavering focus on the collective feeling of what can be, what we can grow into, and the abundance that this planet can sprout for all beings. The emotional release of previously heavy, anchoring energies allows for the levitation of all energies rising upwards into a huge growth spurt for our collective awareness. We can then all shine as the ripening star blossoms in one planetary field, maturing into full-blown sunflowers, reaching for the light of the sun, thus becoming the solar light beings of our divine destiny. It is time for humanity to awaken from our slumber, casting off the dark spell that had us enslaved. Get out of your dark caves and storm the Bastille. Power to the people. The biggest fear the dark controllers have is that of a fully awakened light warrior. Viva la revolution! It is time to finally release and let go of the old shackles and move forward. Today's question is, what must I dissolve and release so that my heart can fully bloom and liberate my magic vision? Divine blessings for our planetary liberation and successful seeding of our new reality. In Lakeka Lakin, Christina White, Magnetic World Bridger, and from Harmonic Convergence 2020, Earth Day 2020, 50-year synchronization in time. Today marks 50 years from the first Earth Day celebration in 1970. The origins of this day to honor the Earth are rooted in the first images taken from space of the whole Earth. This new all-encompassing view shifted our mental perceptions, and since then our consciousness is undergoing profound transformations through the realization that we are part of one organism called Earth. This Earth Day 50-year anniversary on 4/22/2020 is enshrined by master numerical alignments of harmonic resonance. In simple numerology, 4/22/2020 can be reduced to 444. On the galactic count of 260 days, this day corresponds to Kin 24, yellow spectral seed, noted as 4.11, and 4 times 11 equals 44. Number 4 defines space as the square in the 4 directions, east, north, west, south. The astronomical symbol for the Earth is defined by a circle divided in 4 squares, quarters. Number 4 also defines the basic form of the primary cosmology of time. This simple mathematical proportion is the governing principle behind the most fundamental cycles in nature. 4 seasons in a year, spring, summer, fall, winter. 4 phases of the moon, new, waxing, full, waning. 4 daily watches in a day, midnight to sunrise, sunrise to midday, midday to sunset, sunset to midnight. These 4 days are represented by the 4 primary colors of the cosmology of time. 1, red, initiates or initiates. 2, white, refines. 3, blue, transforms. 4, yellow, ripens. The seed, solar seal 4, carries the power of flowering, and tone 11 corresponds to the tone of liberation, flower of life, and the flower of time. Precisely in 2 days we complete the 3rd quarter, blue, of 13 weeks of the year. In other words, day 21 of this planetary moon of manifestation marks the end of the 39th week of the year, and the next day will mark the start of the last 13-week period of the 4th quarter, yellow, of the year, weeks 40 to 52. These 13 weeks correspond, therefore, to the ripening stage of the creative process that we initiated on day 1 of Moon 1. On the 13-moon count, Earth Day always corresponds to the 19th day of the planetary moon of manifestation. The number 19 plays a divine role throughout the fabric of time, space, and creation. How is this? Within the divine matrix of space, the flower of life, number 19 encodes the total number of stages, spheres, within one cycle of creation. In sacred geometry, number 7 corresponds to the completion of the first stage of creation, the seed of life, represented by 7 circles. Number 13 corresponds to the completion of the second stage of creation, the fruit of life, represented by 13 circles. And number 19 corresponds to the completion of the third stage of creation, the flower of life, represented by 19 circles. Within the divine matrix of time, the Tzolk'in, the 0 through 19 code, encodes the entire mathematical cosmology of time as the 4th dimension. The advanced vigesimal system implemented by the ancient Maya to track time, known as the long count, is based on the cosmology of number 19. Number 19 also corresponds to the years comprised within one metonic cycle of the moon, a period of 19 years, 235 lunar months, after which the new and full moons return to the same day of the year. Since the moon cycles are associated with the female fertility cycle, this period is therefore associated with one generation in life. Today's celebration is precisely synchronizing with the new moon. 50 years is a fractal of 50 days. In Buddhist tradition, 49 days, 7 times 7, corresponds to the Bardo cycle, and in Christian Jewish tradition, the celebration of Pentecost refers to divine descent of Holy Spirit on the 50th day, 49 plus 1, after Jesus' resurrection, hence after crossing the Bardo. From this fractal perspective, we are crossing the Bardo before the planetary resurrection. In geometry, number 5 is represented as the pentagram or 5-pointed star. All segments and intersections of this shape are fully encoded by 5 ratios in the golden proportion, the universal principle of harmony present in all nature. Number 5 represents life itself as the number coding the molecular structure of water. Number 5 codes time itself as the 5th force. What is the 5th force? Contemporary science describes 4 major forces in the universe: strong, weak, electromagnetic, and gravitational. The fifth force, then, is the one that binds them all together. It is the synchronic G-force, sometimes called the ether or akasha. It is the force which synchronizes the universe. Jose Arguelles. For all the above, this is then a portal of unique harmonic resonance and a perfect opportunity to come together in space and time to set our intentions during these challenging times on Earth. Let's join, unify Earth and National Geographic for special Earth Day celebration, including a global synchronized meditation, 7 p.m. PDT tonight, April 22nd. You can go to facebook.com/unify. Meditation focus, I am one with the earth. The earth and myself are one mind. Manifesto for the noosphere. Giving form to the new earth paradigm. The coming days and weeks of this new planetary crisis will be definitive for the future of the planet. What seeds do we want to plant today on the mental field? Now is a time for deep reflection on the state of our world and how we wish to shift the way we live our lives on this planet. Society has an opportunity to change. Are we paying attention? These alignments are opening once again a perfect window of opportunity to tune into harmony. Let's elevate our focus of attention to rise above the current climate of fear propagated by the old paradigm. With so much chaos transpiring around our planet now, it is wise to take some time to focus our attention on the sacred ratios and proportions of the synchronic order and enter into resonance with the larger harmonic patterns and cycles of time. To close this note, we leave you with some wise words by Jose Arguelles from his book Manifesto for the Noosphere. This can assist us in the process of comprehending and confronting the scale and magnitude of the events transpiring now on Earth. The point is this: when we understand the scale of the mega crisis, we realize there is nothing that can be done about what is going on within the old system of behavior and belief. You cannot stop an evolutionary shift that is encoded, much like the stages of fetal development are encoded into the embryo's genetic material, into the whole system process of a living planet like the Earth. The only meaningful response to such a transition as is now occurring is to shift our consciousness to meet it. And this is precisely the prescription that augments and affirms the coming of the noosphere. When we extend our awareness and shift our consciousness to encompass the full meaning of this evolutionary shift, we can begin to retrain ourselves, refocus our psychic energies, and redirect our practical actions to come into alignment with what a noospheric civilization, a holistic and holomonic planetary culture will of necessity be like. We can begin to live the new time before it arrives, and by doing this, prepare the way for others. Jose Arguelles, Manifesto for the Noosphere. May peace, harmony, and beauty prevail on Earth. Thank you, Mother Earth, for sustaining us. In Icke, from Tortuga1320.com. Kin 24, Yellow Spectral Seed. The mantra, the code for today is, I dissolve in order to target. Releasing awareness, I seal the input of flowering. With the spectral tone of liberation, I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. And as we sit in our sacred space here now, in this most holy temple called the physical vessel, the rainbow bridge, of the 7 colors, the 7 chakras of the electromagnetic spectrum, as we connect and pay homage to our divine feminine La Luna on this new moon in Taurus, on this most sacred 444 portal day, as we sit in the darkness and in the stillness, we invoke the power of the I Am presence, of our pure awareness. Through our heart center, the middle path, the middle dantian, the portal is fully open, no hindrance, all delusions are resolved and wiped away, clearing the path for all sentient beings. We step into this power, and we rise up through the still center, Through the still waters we rise, from the depths of the abyss, the darkness. From the mud we rise, from the filth we rise, to the peak of the mountain, to the mountain top, into the heavens and beyond. As we open into the light, we blossom and bloom. Our most beautiful light we transmit, our sacred sounds and sacred smells of the divine, the sweet nectar of the gods. And just a little bit ago, as I connected with two earth angels, Chrissy and Lily, I sang the song to them. Earth angels, say you'll be mine. I love you, dear, I love you all the time. Earth angels, say you'll be mine. I love you, dear, I love you all the time. Oh yeah. Can you dig it? Yes, I can, and we can. So with this activating energy of the new earth, the new Eden, the new Jerusalem, all of our ancestors from our lineages, from all sacred traditions are here with us now. All ascended masters, all of the angelics, all guides in the spirit in all dimensions, our star families, the star nations, are here to witness this great awakening, great blossoming, great blooming, the flowering of human consciousness, living 100% from our heart center, connecting to all things in all timelines, all realms, and all dimensions. And all things are perfectly resolved in the unborn mind of Buddha. So we are erasing and dissolving any fear-mongering, anything that causes negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative feelings, that which no longer serves humanity. We are releasing all of that energy, all of that which is false, the false self, the false awareness, as we activate our true awareness, our real self, our true selves of pure light, pure life, and pure awareness, here now. Let us know in the comments below, beloved beings of light, what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, what you're seeing, your visions, your dreams, your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell next to subscribe if you're on YouTube. And in the link in the description below on YouTube is a link to the transcription of today's transmission. And every transmission is archived on our website, primedisclosure.com. We have over 1,000 now, so you can visit primedisclosure.com. You can connect with my team of the Divine 44 on Facebook, Divine 44, Rainbow Tribe of the New Earth. So thank you for joining me today, sacred being of light. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for sharing your stories, sharing your love, your light, your truth, here now. Keep shining your light brightly into the night. Blessed way-shower of the light, like a sacred lighthouse in the dark, guiding the lost ones home. Om Shivan Graksha Babaji Og. Om Shivan Graksha Babaji Og. Om Shivan Graksha Babaji Og. Have a beautiful, blessed, and amazing new moon, Earth Day, and sacred 444 portal. I love you all. Namaste.